I love Paige to death. Do not get me wrong. I think, like, again, I think she's a hell of a player and, like, would love to play with her one day. But those refs were giving her every freaking whistle last night. Like, you literally couldn't touch her. Couldn't touch her. And that shit is so annoying to me. Like, and if you're going to do that, then give it to our guard.
Hey, basketball fans. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the hottest topics in the WNBA and beyond. Today, we're breaking down the firestorm surrounding Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham and her explosive comments about WNBA referees after a tough loss to the Dallas Wings. Was it just a case of sour grapes? Or is there something deeper going on with officiating in the league? Buckle up, because we're going to unpack it all: Sophie's fiery rants, the fines piling up, and what this means for the WNBA. If you love hard-hitting sports commentary, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. Let's get into it. On August 12th, 2025, the Indiana Fever faced off against the Dallas Wings in a nail-biter that ended with an 81-80 victory for the Wings. It was a physical, tightly contested game, and the Fever walked away frustrated, not just with the loss, but with the officiating. Sophie Cunningham, never one to hold back, took to her podcast, Show Me Something, to air her grievances. She specifically called out what she perceived as favoritism toward Dallas Wings rookie star Paige Bueckers, claiming the refs gave Bueckers every freaking whistle during the game. Now, let's set the scene. The Fever have been a team under the microscope this season, especially with the addition of high-profile players like Caitlin Clark and veterans like Cunningham, who joined the team in a 4-team trade before the 2025 season. They're fighting to make a statement in a competitive league, and every call, or non-call, feels magnified. In this game, Cunningham felt the refs were inconsistent, particularly when it came to foul calls involving Bueckers. She didn't mince words, saying, "You literally couldn't touch her, and that expletive is so annoying to me. And if you're going to do that, give it to our guards."
We have no illegal conduct by Euro, so the call will stand as confirmed. This will be also. Indiana will lose their challenge as well as their timeout. One shot for Euro. Thank you.
That's stunning to me. I mean, Aaliyah Boston, look at her. Lee puts her one hand down and then pins Boston down with her other arm.
I gotta say, Rebecca, I'm sure we'll get an explanation from Sue Blau at some point soon.
But was Cunningham's frustration warranted? Let's look at the numbers. Paige Bueckers, the rookie sensation for the Wings, finished the game with 16 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in 35 minutes. She attempted just 4 free throws, making all of them. On the surface, that doesn't scream special treatment. But Cunningham's point wasn't just about free throws. It was about the perception that Bueckers was getting preferential calls, while Fever players like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston were getting overlooked. Fever head coach Stephanie White backed this up, calling out the refs for inconsistency and even saying Boston is the worst officiated post player in the league. And now, after her latest comments about the Dallas Wings game, Cunningham is likely staring down another fine. The WNBA has been strict about cracking down on public criticism of its officials, and Cunningham's repeated outbursts make her a prime target. Posts on X show fans are split. Some, like at Brady_JPEG, called the refs horrible for a questionable foul call on Cunningham, while others, like at Naira Crawl, noted the controversy her comments are stirring. Cunningham's not alone in her frustration. The 2025 WNBA season has seen a growing chorus of players and coaches calling out officiating inconsistencies. Caitlin Clark, Cunningham's teammate, was caught on camera yelling at a ref after a missed call. Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky didn't hold back after a loss to the Minnesota Lynx, saying, "I don't give a damn if I get fined because that S is cheap." Even Aces coach Becky Hammon walked out of a press conference, sarcastically asking, "Tell me how much my fine is."
Paige Bueckers putting her hands on Sophie to shove her up. You see Sophie's hand in the air. Both hands are in the air right here. And Paige Bueckers is shoving. She is shoving her clean off. Boom. Pushed her right into Howard. Pushed her into Howard. Now she's wide open and waiting for a pass like she just didn't do anything. Like she just didn't do anything. Wide open down here. Look at her. And then all of a sudden you get the whistle. And look at the ref. You see the ref? You see the ref right here calling the foul, and guess who the foul was on? Sophie Cunningham.
This league-wide tension points to a broader issue. Players feel the refs aren't consistent with foul calls, especially in physical games where stars like Clark, Boston, or Buchers are involved. Fans on X have echoed this sentiment, with @LarryLar1 questioning why the Fever didn't challenge a foul call against Cunningham in the Wings game. The perception is that rookies or high-profile players might get a special whistle, while veterans like Boston or Mitchell are left fighting for calls. Coach Stephanie White's comments about Boston being poorly officiated only fuel this narrative. But let's be real, refereeing is tough. Cunningham herself admitted on her podcast, "If I was a ref, I know I would mess up all the time."
It's a physical game, you know. I think there's a double standard in how people get their calls. I think Kelsey Mitchell, number one, is held or chucked on every freaking possession and never gets a call off the ball. I think Aaliyah Boston is the worst officiated post player in the league. She never gets a call. And you know, there's a double standard there.
The WNBA is a fast-paced, physical league, and refs have to make split-second decisions under pressure. Still, when players across the league, from Clark to Reese to Hammond, are consistently vocal about the same issue, it's hard to dismiss it as just whining. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the claim that the refs rigged the Fever's loss to the Dallas Wings. A YouTube video titled "Sophie Cunningham Furious as Corrupt WNBA Referees Rigged Indiana Fever Loss to Dallas Wings" has been making waves, but the sources don't provide evidence of outright corruption or rigging. Cunningham's frustration stems from her belief that Buchers got preferential treatment, but Buchers' 4 free throw attempts don't exactly scream conspiracy. The game was close, and officiating decisions can swing momentum, but terms like corrupt or rigged are a stretch without concrete proof.
I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you like bugged out?
All of them.
Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be finding the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Let you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want
like
consistency then.
Yeah, like just give. And I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yet, Cunningham's willingness to speak out, knowing fines are coming, shows she's prioritizing her voice over her wallet. As the Fever push for a playoff spot, Cunningham's role as a vocal leader and key contributor is undeniable. She stepped up in Caitlin Clark's absence, helping the team to a 3-game winning streak before the Wings' loss. But her ongoing battle with the refs could have consequences. Another fine seems likely, and if she keeps pushing, the league might escalate penalties. There's also the question of whether her comments will spark change. Will the WNBA address officiating concerns, or will they double down on silencing critics? For now, Cunningham's not slowing down. Her podcast gives her a platform to keep speaking her truth, and fans are eating it up. Posts on X show she's got a loyal following, with some calling for the Fever to challenge calls more aggressively. Others, though, might see her as a complainer who's hurting her team's focus. And there you have it, folks. The full breakdown of Sophie Cunningham's fiery feud with WNBA refs and what it means for the Indiana Fever and the league. Is she right to call out officiating, or is she risking too much with these rants? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got more WNBA drama, analysis, and highlights coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.